Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there was a very old woman who was near the end of her life. And the old woman was very, very special to the colors because she loved colors. She loved reds, she loved blues, she loved greens. She even loved blacks because without black, the sky wouldn't get dark. And if the sky didn't get dark, you could never see the stars. And you wouldn't see the moon shining brightly. So every color was special for her. And as she got farther along, the colors got together to try and decide what they could do special for this old, old woman. And after everybody had their opportunity to discuss why maybe they should be the one, it was agreed that it would be yellow, because yellow was the color of the sun. And the sun was always there. So when this old woman died at a very old age, she would always be there in the sunshine. She would never, ever be gone. And that was how things played out. She eventually did die, and she went to live with the sun and be a part of the sunlight. And she was extremely happy. Meanwhile, the colors had chosen a second gift to give to her that in some ways was even more special than the first. And that was that when she met somebody from the sun, she was looking from the sun, and she would see someone and she would say, that person should have this special honor as well as me. She would be able to go forward and give them the honor of turning the color of the sun. And so years passed. She didn't find anybody. And then she found two little girls whose grandmother had a sickness that could make you turn colors. And they decided they could control what colors it would be. So they would help, and the old woman would be able to make the grandmother yellow. And so someday when the grandmother died, she would go and live with the sun. And those little grandchildren would always have their grandmother. Days the sun didn't shine, it didn't matter, because somewhere the sun was always shining. So that Grammy would always be there for them. They could always find a spot to sit and talk to their old Grammy and tell them what was happening, tell her what was happening, tell her how they were feeling, tell her if they were upset, tell her if they had done something wonderful at school or if they'd been especially good at home. And they would never lose contact with the old Grammy, because the old Grammy got the gift of being part of the sun. The end.